Are you tired of being good but not great? Have you ever found yourself thinking, I'm doing everything right, but yet I'm not getting the results that I want? You're kind, you're hardworking, and you're always willing to help. Yet, promotions pass by you. Your ideas don't gain any traction, and your efforts seem to go unnoticed. This is a classic struggle between being good and being effective. Many professionals that I've met believe that being a good person, which is being helpful, ethical, and well intentioned, is enough to thrive in their careers. But in reality, good intentions alone don't drive success. Effectiveness is what turns good intentions into real impact. So, what's the difference between being good at your job and being truly effective? It's the difference between checking boxes and achieving real results. Let me break this down for you so that you can shift your focus from being good to also being effective, because you can't leave being good and only focus on being effective, because both they need to work together. So today in this episode, I'm going to share with you some key distinctions between being good and being effective, and also share with you from my personal experience some practical tips for taking your performance to the next level. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, You with Sonia, and we're on Thinking Thursdays. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about being good versus being effective. But before we start, please do hit the subscribe button, as every Thursday I bring new episodes which in some way are helping you in your personal life, in your professional life. Grab your cups of coffee and let's start the episode. Have you ever wondered why some of the nicest people in the workplace struggle to make an impact, while others who may not always be nice, they drive real results? Being good is not enough. We live and work in a very competitive business environment where we need to be effective to stand out from the crowd. Both in our personal and professional lives, we often try to be good at what we do. But being good and being effective are not always the same thing. So, what does it mean to be effective, and how can you develop the skills and mindset necessary to achieve exceptional results? Let's dive in and find out. Now, imagine there are two different professionals at your workplace. Let's take, for example, Raj. I love Shah Rukh Khan, yes. So, most of the time his name was Raj. So, every time the name Raj comes out. So, let's say there is Raj in your office who's a great team player. He's very supportive. He's always available to help others, and he's eager to make a difference in the workplace, right? But despite his efforts, his projects, they often get delayed, and he struggles to take ownership of the results also. On the other hand, let's take a young, bubbly Ananya who is also helpful, who's also supportive, but she goes one step further. She prioritizes her tasks, ensures that the deadlines are met, and takes accountability for the outcomes. So when problems arise, she doesn't just sympathize, she finds solutions also. So both are good, but only one is truly effective. The difference: Ananya combines her good intentions with some strategy, some action, and measurable impact. Let me break this down into some key areas where people actually get stuck. But before that, let me share more on what being good and being effective actually means for your better understanding. Now, being good refers to having a very strong foundation in a particular skill or area of expertise. It means having good understanding of the principles, of the concepts, and the best practices in that area. Now, being good is often associated with your technical skills, your knowledge, and your best practices. Now, technical skills means having strong technical foundation in a particular area, such as maybe programming, writing, designing, marketing, sales, etc. Right? Knowledge, on the other hand, means you possessing a deep understanding of a particular subject or a domain. Right? On the other hand, best practices means you're following some established best practices and guidelines in that particular field. For example, a software developer who is good at writing code but struggles to deliver projects on time and within the budget. Now, being effective, on the other hand, refers to the ability to achieve desired outcomes and results. It means you being able to apply your skills and knowledge in a way that produces some tangible benefits and creates an impact. So, being effective is often associated with result oriented adaptability and impact. Now, result oriented means you're focusing on achieving specific goals and outcomes rather than just following your best practices. On the other hand, adaptability means you are able to adapt yourself to the changing circumstances, and you can set your priorities right, and you know what are the requirements when you're changing things in your space, in your work area. Lastly, impact. What does it mean? It means making meaningful impact on the organization, on the customers, or the stakeholders, whosoever is involved in that company. Let me give you an example. Say a marketing manager who's very effective at developing and executing campaigns that are driving not just the sales but are also helping in the revenue growth of the company. So here, let me also share with you what are the key differences between being good and being effective. So one difference that comes to my mind is focus. Now, being good focuses on your technical skills and knowledge, while being effective focuses on achieving results and making an impact. Next, outcome. So, being good is often associated with following best practices, while being effective is associated with achieving your desired outcomes. And next is adaptability. Now, being effective requires the professionals to be adaptable and also flexible, while being good can be more rigid and stuck into some old processes and guidelines. Now, in all of this, you must be wondering where good is falling short of reaching that stage of being effective. See, being good is important, but it can sometimes lead to challenges like the nice but ineffective trap. A good leader listens to their team's concerns, but if they don't act on feedback, the morale will decline. On the other hand, a good salesperson builds great relationships, but if they don't close their deals, they fail to meet their targets. On the other hand, let me give you another example. A good entrepreneur has great ideas, brilliant ideas, but if they don't execute them effectively, then their businesses will not succeed. So, good leaders balance kindness with accountability. If you're too nice and avoid tough conversations, you risk being perceived as weak and ineffective. Now, the other trap is hard work versus smart work. Now, here I've already spoken about this in one of my videos in the past. You can actually check that video as well. Many professionals believe that working long hours and saying yes to everything proves their dedication. But busyness does not mean effectiveness. For example, a good employee answers every email instantly, whereas an effective employee prioritizes important emails and maybe delegates whenever it's needed. A good team player might take some extra work just to help out some colleague of theirs, or just to please the boss, or just to make sure that they're perceived as they're very good, they're very helpful. Whereas an effective team player ensures that the work is distributed fairly so that there is no burnout in the team members. So effectiveness comes from focus, delegation, and prioritization, not just the effort. That brings me to the next point, which is effort without results. See, many people, they feel frustrated when their work is not recognized. We've all been there, we've all faced it, right? We feel very demotivated, we feel we don't want to work, our morals are down, our energy levels are down. But often they're focusing on their effort rather than the outcomes. Let's say a teacher spends hours preparing lessons but does not track whether the students are improving is not very effective. On the other hand, a marketing professional, for example, who creates multiple campaigns but does not analyze the performance of each campaign and is just showing that I'm busy but I'm not being impactful. So till you do not track the campaign, you your work is not going to be impactful, right? You're just being busy creating multiple campaigns, and you're like, just trying to do your job, what is given to you, that you have to execute campaigns. But if you do not track the performance of those campaigns, then your work is not leading to any results. So here, measuring your progress and adjusting your strategies is the key to being effective. See, the best professionals, they are not just good people, but they're also action oriented. They believe in strategies, and they always look at what is my result going to be when I do this activity. So, which means they are results driven. So, here's how you can bridge the gap. Number one, set clear goals and prioritize. So, instead of just working hard, define what success looks like. Ask yourself, what outcome am I working towards? How will I measure my progress? Am I focusing on the most impactful tasks? For example, instead of saying, I want to help my team succeed, define what success metrics are or what success you want. So define it. Is it higher productivity? Is it better collaboration? Is it clear role alignment? So what is success? Please define it instead of saying, I'm just helping my team succeed. Number two, take action, not just talk about it. So intentions don't create impact. Actions do. If you want to help someone, don't just offer advice. Actively guide them as to how they should do things. For example, a manager promising career growth to their employees must follow through with some mentorship, coach them, train them, give them some opportunities for growth as well. Number three, measure impact, not just the effort. You may feel like, you're working very hard, but are you actually making a difference? Ask yourself here, did my actions lead to improvements? Is my work aligned with business goals? Am I getting the results that I intended for? For example, a social media marketer doesn't just create content, but they track engagement, they lead conversations, and they also lead to a revenue impact in the company. Number four, balance empathy with accountability. Now, this is so common. Being understanding is very, very important, but you also need to ensure that the work gets done. A good leader listens to the employee who is struggling with maybe deadlines or they have some personal problem, but an effective leader, they will provide support while ensuring that the work is also getting completed. For example, a team leader who allows constant deadline extensions without any consequences may be looked at, that he's very kind or she's very kind, but they're not effective. Instead, they should provide guidance and support while maintaining accountability. And that's where we find, most of the time people are struggling. And the last and fifth point is adapt and learn. Many professionals, they remain good because they are fearing the change. But effectiveness requires growth and adaptability. So from time to time, you should seek for some feedback, both positive and constructive. You should learn from your failures so that you can change when it's needed. You should keep refining your approach to improve your outcomes. Let me give you an example here again. A business owner who sticks to the same strategy despite declining sales can be looked as a very good intentioned person. He's a good person, but he is not very effective. The one who adapts and changes is going to be looked as being effective. So before I end this episode, my final thoughts would be good is the foundation and effectiveness is the goal. Being a good person can earn you trust and respect, but being an effective professional will earn you results and will drive success for you. Now, a big question for you. Who is the real winner? Being good or being effective? Well, if you ask me, both are important and both are the winners as long as you combine them together and you master both of them. So, a person who's mastered both of being good and being effective will be the winner finally. So ask yourself, are you just working hard or are you working smart? Are you just being kind or are you also driving results and you're making an impact? Are you just being busy Or are you truly being effective? It's time to shift from just being good to being also truly impactful. So, with that, we come to the end of our episode. I hope that you found this video impactful and not just good. And yes, before you go, do hit the subscribe button, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and also leave a comment. And if there's anything else that you would like to share with me on this topic. So, have a great day, everyone, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.